in 70.
Yeah.
I left the group in 70 because it didn't feel as if there was anything more for me to do there.
Right. And what did you want to do? What were you looking forward to doing? And what did you do?
Well, what did I do? Join Park.
Yes.
Which was really interesting because then there were some very interesting challenges
what were you doing there?
in developing systems. But actually it was build a good Park. I don't know how much you want to divert into Park, but Park had the Berkeley Computer Group people, Butler Lamps and Chuck Thacker and that crowd. They were all big names in the system, and they wanted and needed a good time-sharing system.
Right.
Xerox at the time had bought SDS, one of their great mistakes in investment.
I don't know what is that?
Yes, Scientific Data Systems was a company that was building computers. They built the 940, which was the first really good time-sharing system. And that was a good one. But the Berkeley Computer folks had built their software on a DEC PDP, PDP-10. And at the time, because Xerox had SDS, it was not okay politically to buy a PDP-10 because that was DEC and they were competition. So what was done at Park, the computer science lab actually built their own.
All right.
It was called Max, and it was essentially a PDP-10 but with a lot of improvements. And I built the workstations, the video interface, and everything to connect to the PDP-10, to the Max, it was called at the time. That was an interesting challenge.
Yeah.
You got to build a proper size mouse, the little mouse that would not so big that you couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
So we built a good mouse and video terminal systems that worked with Macs. That was an interesting challenge.
Yeah.
And then that was the first challenge. And then I was manager of this, what was called the Office Systems Group. It wasn't really a systems group. We just did a range of experiments. We did another set of experiments on pointing devices. And again, used the mouse and concluded that was really a good one.
Yeah.
At that time, Stu Card had joined, and he was more theoretician, and he'd done some very nice work on theories of why the mouse was good.
Oh, really? Do you remember any?
No, not really. Fitt's law was one of the things that it fits. And Fitt's law has to do with hand motion, and I don't know the details of it. But anyway, that's what I was doing at Park.
And you know, by the late 70s, I think it was, most people had left.
Left Doug's group?
Doug's group.
Well, of course, the whole group moved to timeshare.
The whole group?
Not the whole group. The whole project moved to timeshare.
Right.
I mean, Doug moved to timeshare.
Oh, hold on.
The company timeshare was when NLS was renamed Augment, where they was sold from SRI at that period.
When was that? Sorry, I'm a bit confused.
74, does that sound right?
Yeah.
And then timeshare, the department there, was sold to Boeing, and then it was all stopped.
Yeah. What was it called at timeshare?
Augment.
Augment. Yes, it was called Augment, and then it went to Boeing, so it bounced around, and there was not mixed ideas about what to do with it. And I don't know how many people stayed with it. A lot of people went to Park, different places. I kind of lost touch with what was going on. When I went to Park, I was very involved in Park.
All right. And when did you move to Park? Sorry.
To Park?
Yeah, you don't remember?
No, I joined Park in June of '71.
Okay. Yeah. So do you have any idea why people left Doug and what happened during the time period?
I don't think the opportunities were there for really interesting software development, progress in it. Again, I feel Doug's vision was very narrow. Broad vision in one sense in what he wanted to do, but narrow in terms of what needed to be done in the technology. And the technology was just taking off.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
And I don't think the opportunities were there for people who really wanted to participate in this explosion of computer technology, because Doug's goals were narrow in the technological sense, broad in the social sense. what he wanted to do. So I think people left because of that.